We're going to be talking about Dapps and TA and just what's going on in the blockchain today. So if you guys haven't checked out what's been going on, KSM has gone up. If you guys are following KSM, parachains and whatnot. So kind of going to go down the line on what's going on. Give you guys a little 411. So anyways, if you've been checking out the price of a lot of stuff going on right now, is actually going up. Pretty good green day, but you know how that goes. Looks like KSM has gone 12% today. Is a little high on the RSI right now, so there's probably going to be a little bit of a cool down. I'd say we're probably going to see, maybe a little pullback in like mid to low 30s, but I don't see it going below. I don't see it go below 20. So this is going to be really nice for KSM, for anyone that's in the parachains, that anyone that is involved in any of these crowd loans. So definitely get your value's worth with KSM being locked up, and you're also getting incentives for holding the KSM just as a price appreciation. So congratulations, that's everyone that stuck it out for the price. It was really hard when we seen $160 KSM. It was just a lot of quietness. It's a lot of crickets when it came to knowing when there's going to be any price appreciation with the crowd loan. So glad you guys stuck that out. There's going to be a lot more incentives coming down the line, especially with all these other parachains. They're going to be doing some auctions as well. This next auction is actually going to be happening now. And they think in the next day or so. So congratulations to all the parachain winners, Karua, Moon River, and now Shiden. Which is Astar is the name, previously known as Plasm. Moon River is for Moonbeam, and Karua is for Akala. So we're actually going to see those flourish with the parachains and see what happens with that, and then interconnecting to Polkadot when those parachain auctions are happening. So also the price of Polkadot is going up too, so that's pretty nice too to see. We saw some good moves here. Let's see, July 5th. So yeah, actually we did pretty well. So almost $17. So we're definitely coming up here. There's the average around 15.5. So we're probably going to have, I'm sure there's going to be a slight pullback on this. Not to be pessimistic or anything, but I'm just being optimistic. Because it's been like, us dragging through the mud this whole time. But of course, we will, persevere through all this. So anyone that's held into any of these altcoins, we have suffered quite a bit of loss in comparison to just holding Ethereum or Bitcoin. But the gains are more plentiful. So anyone that's actually holding these coins are going to really benefit the most, especially if Bitcoin goes up quite a bit, So stay tuned on that. But anyways, so I'm going to go down some price checks. I'm going to check out PCX, which is that's Polkadot Chain X is the long name. So here on the RSI, it's coming up a little bit, so that's actually is not bad. I'm going to break up these. These are about the medium of it. So we're going to be breaking hopefully out of the 1,000 Satoshi price. And then, see there's a little bit of curvature. Let's go on like the 15-minute. So it's still trading sideways around the $3 range. So it did have a boost on the $3 range. It did pop up to 325, but we will see after the airdrop for Sherpa X did really take a toll on the price. I didn't take advantage of the arbitrage, but I did hold, and I've been receiving staking rewards, so I'm not there's not missed opportunity. It is only 21 million, similar to Bitcoin with a 2-year halving sequence. So I think it has a huge potential. So that's to stay tuned. Let's do Ethereum prices. Let's go. Pop up above this resistance or this last high. It almost touched the 200. It's a little bit high on RSI, but we'll see if we kind of stick around. I would say if we stuck around the 2350 range, 2340 to 50, we should be good. Yeah, it's a little high on the RSI, but these are just the daily and 15-minute moves here, so nothing to too worry. I should pull it back to the daily. Yeah, we're doing all right. There was a huge influx here in May, of course, and then we're kind of in the middle. So I'm going to go on the daily on some of these other ones. Let's go at Bitcoin, of course. Daily, we're looking pretty good on the daily. You know what? I'll tell you the truth. So you can see we're down here. That was that crash all the way on under the 30%, under 30 on the RSI. So we're looking really good actually. It's getting healthy. Some volume coming in here a little bit, just a little bit, not too crazy, but we're at 35. We're at 35. So give or take, it's not going to do too bad overall. Let's do PCX on the daily. It's still hitting these little lows down here. It's trending on the bottom, but that's good if it's holding that. That's not too bad. It's probably going to be a little bit of work on that one. Yeah, Ethereum looks great on the daily. It hit underneath the 200-day, bounced up here. Yeah, I mean, one of these times I was shorting and longing, so I think I was shorting here, not at the same time, but yeah, I think I shorted a little bit and I longed it a little bit. So there was some moves for margin trading. Wasn't too bad. Binance, this is doing pretty good. I know Binance gets a lot of public on them. I mean, their exchange is good. I mean, not exchange, but their blockchain is pretty decent. But I think a lot of it was really hyped out early. People aped into it, and to me, there's just a lot more going on with other things. Even Matic, which I don't have any of right now. AVAX is decent, but yeah, I mess with Hiko. Hiko, I feel like, is super underrated. It definitely doesn't get as much attention as it should, but that's okay. So yeah, and it broke down all the way $8.50. That's the lowest it went. That's crazy. So yeah, there's that shakeout right there. Now we're like 1050. Let's see. Yeah, there's got some resistance here on the 200-day moving average. So it's pretty good here on the RSI. Because here in May it just popped off. So that's another thing, is to keep a lookout on the RSI. Definitely, just if you're especially overextended on these altcoins, that's where you're gonna get the most gains. A lot of the staking really pays off in comparison. On the downtime, we're able to get a higher staking reward because a lot of people take out of their staking to sell. Yes, you could probably make more if you were selling. If you're a seller, if you're a hodler, depending on which currencies you have, you definitely keep an eye on it and definitely check the markets. This is not financial information, but you definitely got to keep an eye on it. But if you're going for a long-term play, just kind of put it in there and let it go. Just keep compounding and you should be good. So let's see. Oh, that was a nice move. That's a nice move for Polkadot. So definitely don't overlook Polkadot. Polkadot, just like Kusama, is going to get their play. These parachain auctions are going to happen forever, essentially. So you're going to have to keep on maintaining. And there's going to be a certain set of balance that all these parachains are going to need to maintain their parachain. But, as a legacy parachain, could be automatically added if it's kind of like a good chain. What is it called? Yeah, I forgot what the name was. But basically, like State Mine, which is like the first parachain to connect, which is their parachain essentially. It's a, good, like their particular parachain, so they don't have, they don't offer tokens for people or whatever. There's no incentive, so they already connected, so they don't need to offer a parachain offering or put KSM towards it. It's already connected. So in the future, I did read a little bit. I believe that's like a legacy chain type that they'll automatically just kind of like add it to it. But most parachains will have to auction, so that after a year or 2 years or 3 years or whatever, they'll have to apply for that auction again and get that spot. But if they're also another aspect of a legacy parachain that they have such a huge community, they don't need that. They can go to a pay to go aspect for the parachain or parathread and that. So they're kind of a pay to go, pay as you go. So they don't really need like the full service as a parachain. So we'll see on how that goes, but I'm pretty sure most of these top tier parachains are going to be connected. There'll be 100 for Kusama. I believe there could be 100 for DOT, but don't quote me on that because I haven't read the white paper in a while. So, but anyways, when we go down the line, let's see. We got Polkadot, USD value is doing good, and then BNB, you got 330, popping the price from 277 right here, all the way down to 225. Ouch. But you gotta consider BNB was like $30. Like it was like literally that. I remember BNB was like $5 and it went up to like 13, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's going up!" And then it sold to like down. It was like 2018, I think. I wasn't really into it. I think it's 2019. I'll probably have to double check on that, but. Yeah, nobody was really into it. Same as KSM. Kusama at the beginning of 2020 was $1. I heard about Kusama when it was about $1.50 probably. I didn't check the price at the time. It was like January 2020, and then I started to take notice and understand Kusama in March 2020. So that's when I started getting involved. I got in really early. And because of doing so, the staking rewards were amazing. Got into a few of the projects prior to public. Because of learning about Kusama and Substrate, I was able to get into plasma lock drops. I missed Edgeware. Edgeware was actually the first. Besides, what was the first direct Substrate, like a Substrate 2.0, I believe. They're the first one to actually have like an interface in comparison to ChainX, which was technically the first Substrate project going mainnet. Edgeware was the first one that had a connection to like Substrate directly, which you can see the interface with the Polkadot.js apps. So I'll show you that too as well here in a little bit. But yeah, just a little bit of Yellow Brick Road going down the line, learning about all sorts of Substrate projects and just kind of how I got involved. And actually, a lot of the information I have is on Odyssey. So I'll just show you guys here what I'm talking about. So most of the projects I'm involved in through Odyssey. Whoa, that's huge. Yeah, sorry, my other screen is a 4K screen. There's crypto. I actually don't even watch him anymore, really. Not to, no offense. I don't really listen to most crypto people. I mean, just because information is just kind of everywhere, It's like going to your first time using an exchange and going into the little chat box and learning about whatever coin they're talking about. I was that guy, I was like, oh yeah, get that coin. And I did learn about some coins, which did pretty well, but I didn't sell it fast enough, kind of thing. So anyways, so yeah, I'll show up Polkadot projects. So I've been in Polkadot, for the last year or so. I've talked about early projects, the first NFT on Polkadot ecosystem. Talked about Plasm, and, before, now it's called a star. I'm major into Darwinian Network, of course. The Follow Stake drop. So I was gonna, and then there's Hiko, which I'm very involved in too. And then also, believe, I'm not sure. I think, oh yeah, so how to get free centrifuge tokens. At the time, they're called radial tokens, which I was only able to get like about a 1.5 of them. Um, but I did get them for free. So staking with Kusama, and actually I got in early enough to use the faucet for Kusama, so we would receive zero point 0.1 Kusama every day, which was, I thought it was a huge deal. And the only way you can do it is if you had a GitHub account. Yeah, so you had to have a GitHub. So I was really I was really I want to say beneficial, but I was really lucky. I was very privileged to get in early to Polkadot ecosystem because I understood it very early on. Reading white papers and whatnot. So yeah, be sure to follow me on Odyssey. That is at Crypto Hustler 101. I do have almost 45,000 followers. If you do follow me on YouTube or if you're on Odyssey, definitely check me out. I do need to get some more followers. I didn't really focus on that. I was mostly focused on Odyssey last year. It was called Library, so I was really focused on Library. But anyways, so we're gonna go down the line here. So Blankos is doing a drop tomorrow. I usually don't talk too much about Blankos before the drops, but you know what? I'm gonna start talking about it regardless how it affects my ability to get them. I'm so involved in the project that at this point it doesn't matter. But so what's happening is Dead Mal 5. If you guys heard of him, it's Dead Mal. He's a DJ. He's doing a crossover with Blankos with Professor Meowingtons and the Dead Mal 5 helmet. So these will be dropping tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Time Standard. So definitely check your times. So yeah, this is Blankos. So there's only going to be 1,000 released for this particular one and 2,000 available for this. So be sure to download Blankos at blankos.com. Let me triple check that. Yeah, it's Blankos. Yeah, it's blankos.com. That's BLANKOS.com. So you can also follow them at Play Blankos on Twitter. So they do releases every week at 3 p.m. Pacific Time Standard. These are NFTs, true to their nature, built on a proof of authority EOS blockchain. So it is kind of centralized. It is decentralized at the same time. They are working on having bridges for Ethereum and having third-party marketplaces available for that. So definitely check them out. I do love this game. This game is it has all the criteria for collectible as well as playable. So if you guys seen my previous videos, I do talk about Blanco's Block Party. I think it's a huge deal. Also reaching mainstream media, mainstream players and whatnot. And I would definitely say it's a run for your money when it comes to Axie, when it comes to a collectible aspect. So has a free to play freemium aspect to as well. So definitely check it out. Download Blankos at blankos.com. So anyways, we're going to be talking about the GBTC unlock. So Grayscale is going to be releasing 16,000 Bitcoins. I'm not trying to FUD anything. This is more just information. I know a lot of people out there are like, is it going to be up? Is it going to be down? What's going to happen? And some factors I'm going to say is that because of all the previous times, especially in May, there's been a huge correction because of the release of the Grayscale Trust Bitcoins. But this might be different. So this might be a shakeout, and they might shake us out with this, but they also might use this as a aspect of going long. They might long the price. There's not going to be a release for Grayscale Bitcoins for a while after this. There'll be little stints of smaller amounts, but in comparison to this unlock is going to be quite a bit, which is roughly around $600 million worth of Bitcoin. But this is Grayscale Bitcoin price, which is being sold under market. So it's not an ETF, which is the actual value of the price. So if you go over here at Grayscale, They're selling the shares at 29, which is a thousandth, or essentially a thousandth less of the actual Bitcoin price. I mean, if it was, actual price, but there is a percentage off of it. So you can see here there's a little bit of movement. So weekly. So we're going to go back to the daily and check out around May. So huge influx in February. May, you can see where the people were saying, the Y cough. It was, overextended over here, and that's the thing, is it was a little bit overextended. But, the euphoria, we kind of overlook things, and, the charts will tell you. The charts will let you know. If you look at them, the RSI, the MACD, it will tell you. So I can't put MACD and have these charts here, so I don't have the MACD right here. But I can just tell by this move right here that at some point when there's a triple top almost, there's like a triple top essentially, it's gonna fall. And then this, wide cough essentially movement hitting the bottom right here. We're trying to pick up the pace. So there's a little shakeout here. There might be another shakeout right here just to get and then come back up. But it could also just kind of balance itself out over there. So just a precaution. This is on July 18th. It's going to be unlocked. I just hope for the best, So definitely keep an eye on this. So it's just more of a informative information. Anyways, so here is the parachains. So we can see that overview. The parachains actually made it. State Mine is a good parachain, so it's automatic. Karura, Shiden, and the Moon River. So Shiden actually did a connection to the parachain before Moon River, but Moon River was the technical third parachain, but second to win on auctions, and then third Shiden. So we go on crowd loan. We got Bifrost, 55,000, and Kahala, 56,244. So being that these two have very similar amounts, I feel like there's actually going to be some competition. The last three were just landslides, essentially. There was no comparison. Nobody could actually win. And these auctions, I think, are just regular auctions. They're not like the candlestick auctions, which are kind of randomized at the end. So at the end of whatever they choose the time to be, it's randomized. Of course, a blockchain is a blockchain, but they choose the time, and then from there decide which last bid was acceptable. But anyways, Bifrost, Kahala, Darwinia Crab. So this is who I'm involved in. You can see my contributions already in there. Mars. So this is like the smallest amount, 138. Polka Smith was Polka Foundry. This is actually a palette set. It's just interesting. People really, are really involved in such a project. I mean, I love palettes added to substrate and being able to use them with other blockchains. But at the same time, I don't know enough. I can't say, don't, use my information as exact, in this case. I just don't know Polka Smith as much as I should, I guess. Crush Shadow, I love Crush Shadow. We're actually in partnerships with Crust. Crush Shadow is their service. So basically, Crush Shadow. Okay, so Crush Shadow is the canary, but they have a CSM, which is on Ethereum. That's their management token. So CRU is like the data token. The other one's more of kind of like microtransactions, I believe. So they have their play. I got involved with a Crust a while ago. I got CSM. It's trading for about 4 cents. It's actually been released a long time ago. I've been involved very early when it was under 1 cent, but I recently traded all my CSM. Excuse me. Anyway, Sakura, which is part of Sora, so that's going to be part of the parachain, or part of the exchanges that are going to be connected in Substrate. Sub Gamma is a palette for gaming. Again, with the gaming aspect, or palettes, not gaming. I love gaming, but palettes. That's kind of what I got out of it. It could be very useful. I believe RMRK has the best palettes that are going to be an addition without any parachains necessary. So I believe RMRK will be probably the standard, most likely. So we'll see what happens. Kpron, I know Apron. So this is a new, and then there's 3 other ones that are actually down here. So I'm not sure. This one has 12,000. I don't even know what it is. So they're just popping up all the time. Genshiro, I really love Genshiro's project. Genshiro is a canary for Equilibrium. So I got in very early with Equilibrium, with the EQ and Nut token. So I was able to purchase this Nut token on EOS, and then I was able to get into an early pre-sale essentially. So yeah, that was really cool, and they have a vesting period for 1 year. So I've been dripped EQ token, as well as doing a lock drop for the Genshiro token. So I'm very hopeful for Genshiro. It's definitely a good play, I think, last year to getting involved, and then so I definitely looking forward to Genshiro getting a parachain. Altair is a canary for Centrifuge. I believe Centrifuge is a very good blockchain. It's definitely necessary. They utilize collateralization, and they use NFTs, and they not collateralization. I might be too fast on that word, but otherwise, I'm saying basically they get a lot of resources from the outside world, not blockchain. So they have a lot of liquidity coming in from outside the blockchain, and they are a really good provider for doing so. So I'm actually really looking forward to Altair and Centrifuge. Genshiro, Robonomics. I love Robonomics. Unfortunately, I sold all my RWS tokens. I sold some at the low. I sold some at the high of last year. These tokens did go over $100,000, which was insane when their starting price was only 400. I was lucky to get into this project early, and then Robonomics XRT exchanged back and forth, and they had the trading pair. So XRT was, what you would receive back to sell the ETH. So I believe they did a snapshot last year. I still can't. I confirmed it, but then they have not reconfirmed it. There was a snapshot for XRT holders in beginning of July 2020. If you held XRT, you would get it in the Substrate version, which I have quite a bit, if that's the case. But who knows? I only showed up early when there was a test net, essentially, but I couldn't reconfirm it. So that is up to debate on that one. So I'm not sure on these 3 here. Being that's 12,000, maybe Sherpa X, maybe. Let's go to the auction or Parathread. So these are all the Parathreads already connected. Bifrost, Sherpa X. No, Sherpa X is right there, 213. So Sherpa X got in pretty early. You can see Darwinia's early. Bifrost is pretty much the earliest outside of Karura. Bifrost and then Darwinia Crab. So the auctions. Looks like Kahala is going for the auctions. So we will see on further notice on who wins the next auction. Most likely Kahala, but Bifrost could also be a contender, especially if it's the next round. So we'll see. Anyways, Crypto Slam. This is a good new website I've been using to check out the stats for NFT sales. Obviously, Axie Infinity has been blowing the competition out of the water. They have had a lot of sales. I've noticed the prices of Axies from my original purchase was a roughly, I think I paid, $3 or $5 for Axies. They're selling for about 200. So there's quite a bit of ROI there, which I didn't really get into Axes, unfortunately. I still, even if when I had land, which I ended up selling, which I should have saved, and a lot of the items, which I could have waited to sell, but you know what, it's paid for itself quite a bit. Axie Infinity is a really good investment, as a collectible, as a game. Has a free to play freemium aspect to it. Has its own Ronin sidechain instead of a regular Ethereum, so transactions are basically non-existent. But when you transfer your funds into Ethereum, then they're going to pay the transaction fees for gas on Ethereum. So I really like Axie. Um, I do make a lot of profit on selling the NFTs, so it does very well. It's done very well for over the years. I still sell Axies. I sold an Axie the other day for like $250. Um, and because I bought it in 2018, so I have a lot of low numbers. I only have about 12, actually 10 Axies now. I had 12. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm actually considering breeding some, but the AXS token has gone up, and the SLP token's gone up, so it's a matter of time. The price is being influx for the prices or for the Axies. So, but yeah, also selling land items, and it's been great. It's been great. But anyway, so yeah, the sales have been fantastic. Of course, CryptoPunks has been up there in sales, $2 million. So that's a great $17 million for Axie Infinity. NBA Top Shot 763,000. This is the last 24 hours. So Deadheads, Cool Cats, Bored Apes 466, Meebits, Art Blocks, Mooncats, and Sorare. Not bad, not bad. We'll see the other top ones. Foxy, Slumdog Billionaires, Dark Country. So Dark Country originally was on Ethereum. Unfortunately, they just kind of switched it up on us, and now I have like a bunch of cards on there. They weren't worth that much or cost a lot, but that was unfortunate for my sake. My Crypto Heroes. I did play the other one, Battle Frontiers. Street Fighter. You can play Street Fighter on there. Like Wax, I have used Wax, but I don't feel like Wax has a long-term play. Just, because it's a little bit like they have some IP on there, but I don't feel like it's a long-term play. I think it's I think eventually a lot of these are going to be ported over, bridged, and you don't want to get bit in the ass. You don't want to get bit because you put in a bunch of money on one blockchain. But would hope they will, recognize that. So when they move it over, you'll be on one seat. Like the Dead Mal has stuff on there, but this is EOS, so Dead Mal's been part of EOS Wax quite a bit. So yeah, there's Gods Unchained. Gods Unchained doesn't have any sales, it says, but I don't think that's true. Battle Frontiers I didn't really play it, so that's not my forte. The game actually I play the most. Let's just go to Dapps Radar or something. Let's see, Dapps Radar. Oh. Alright, let's go over here. Dapps Radar. So I notice a lot of NFT people that talk about NFTs. They talk about, obviously they talk about the NFTs that are popular. They talk about the NFTs that are, what they're involved in. That's understandable. But there's a lot of NFT projects that no one talks about, and I talk about them. So, people do talk about Blankos. There's a little bit more hype. People talk about, that's pretty much the only one I'm involved in that people talk about. And that's not getting talked about as much as it should. But personally, I like to talk about ones that not a lot of people talk about, which are on Substrate. So those are actually I'm going to be bringing up here in a second, but I want to kind of go through. So I'm actually part of Sandbox. I have some 2 estates, and I believe I think about 18 loose lands. There was actually 9 of them that are adjacent. I was under the impression you can combine all 9, but we'll see in the future. Let's see. Hashmass, voxels, mooncats. Okay, these are all top ones. Let's go. Where's the search bar? Search bar. Okay, let's do Mega Crypto Opolis. MCP3D. Okay, let's keep the search going. It's like that doesn't work. Cryptopolis. Wow, seriously. Oh, I ain't getting no love from me, huh? Let's do straight up games. Only new Dapps. Let's do 30-day. Yeah, NBA Top Shot is not a game. That's the thing is, it's not a game. Axie Infinity is a game. Upland, I believe, is a game, right? Yeah, that's the biggest thing is in the blockchain, or not blockchain, but in NFTs, these aren't game. Like most of the shit that they say is games, it's not. It's collectibles. Just be real. It's collectibles. Like I'm cool about collectibles, but they're not a game. That's what I'm saying. Like okay, so now it's actually games. Prospectors, okay. Splinterlands, Wax Tycoon, I got that. Crypto Dynasty, I should probably pick that up a little bit more again because I got a bunch of stuff on there. OX Universe, like I got so many freaking rockets. Like I don't even. Okay, so actually these are games, so I like that. It was on all categories apparently. Because like Uniswap V3 is not a game. It's a DApp, okay, that's understandable, but it's not a game by any stretch. Battle Frontiers, nice. Mooncat Rescue, oh that's not a game though, is it? I'm not sure. Kind of go down here. Yeah, Mega Cryptopolis. What's up, man? Let's go here. Yeah, Mega Cryptopolis is both. It's probably Tron and ETH side. So yeah, about similar amount of players, 100 and something thousand. We do pretty good. A lot of the land has appreciated quite a bit. I'm about 40x on some of the lands, 50x, 100x, sometimes 200x on the lands. And it has a huge element of SimCity, taxation / like production, resources, DeFi farming. Like they have their own token, governance. It's a governance token, and that token allows you to mine another one that's coming out. I think it's has a lot of potential. There's Evolution Land. This is a game I played too. It's only 13,000 in it right now, but that's on this side. I don't think they have Hiko in here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they don't have Hiko. Yeah, see, they don't even mess around, man. Like you have to go on DeFi box, which I'm actually go show you guys that too. Ember Sword. I missed on Land Sale. League of Kingdoms, I have not played that in a while. Actually, no, wait a minute. I have been recently playing it. So I play League of Kingdoms. That's a pretty cool one. I'm just going on a long video just about everything. Dozer Bird is Aftermath. It's not playable yet, though. I mean, people are probably buying stuff. It's not playable yet. I've been waiting for 3 years. And I've been very hesitant on buying more because the guys haven't done anything with it. There's no gameplay. There's nothing. There's literally ideas. And nothing wrong with that, I just don't. I think about $2,000 into it and rolled the dice 3 years ago. I bought a bunch of Genesis plots, which you cannot buy anymore. And one Oasis plot, which kind of gives you everything. So I got a little bit of everything. I ended up buying their currency off the market, a lot of it. I'm well prepared for the game, but there's been, slow development, and I just don't, they have just not enough information for me to be like, I'm gonna drop another 2, 3,000, 4, 5, 10. Like, sky's the limit if it's a quality project. But this is not. It's not what I'm looking forward to. Dracons is a game I have stuff in too. Dracons. I don't know why Mega Megacritopolis is this one. That's weird. But that's not it. But anyways, collectibles, use case, Canaria. So no one's talking about Canaria. Like some people, like the OGs, the OG triple OGs out here, Young Content. Um, let's see who else. My people in the groups, obviously, that talk about Bruno, the OG triple quadruple OG, working it with RMRK. But Canaria is a beautiful project. Okay, so anybody that owns Substrapunks, that's a whole nother bag of worms. I'll talk about that too. Substrapunk holders were able to get a Canaria egg, bonus upon bonus, for owning a free, which they give away, but people like me ended up buying them. But for a very low price KSM, and I got KSM for very, 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 very cheap. Because of Darwinian Network. Appreciate you guys for telling me about Kusama very early on. Really appreciate that. Canaria supercharged Kusama native NFTs. Canaria is the world's first NFT launch pad framework. So basically, they are a standard that they're being developed and put into other blockchains. First blockchain they implemented is going to be Unique Network, which is an NFT blockchain. They created Substrapunks, which was the first NFT on Kusama, that was created on Substrate essentially. And so they won multiple awards at the Hakusama. Fast forward, they went and released, and these were given out similar to CryptoPunks, so they have the same kind of nature of collectible, but they will have use case and implemented in metaverses outside of the original creation. So fast forward, there's Cello Bricks. Cello Bricks, there was this Polkadot Decoded, which is an event that happens every year. And as a congratulations for anyone that was watching, the Creator Unique Network released Cello Bricks. It was amazing. It was insane. So we went kind of balls deep in these Cello Bricks, and it was just kind of hush. They created a white label market. So I'll show you guys this white label market. And after that was kumbaya, So we'll see this white label market. So right now they're going to be developing the mainnet. So at this time, they pretty much just said kumbaya. But I will give you guys a little preview of what I'm talking about. So I do have a lot of Cello Bricks, and when I mean a lot, I do have quite a bit. Yeah, but I was, I'm very advantageous in this space. So when it came to Cello Bricks, it was just kind of spur of the moment. So I'm gonna show you guys on the screen. So this is my least number on the Cello Bricks. So Cello Bricks have different traits. This is 232, so pretty low number. So it's gonna have some significant value. But I was also told that lower trait numbers amount is or specific traits, of course, are very valuable. So that is my specific one I got for my account. Of course, I got several others. But I did go through a list of which ones I have, and I took pictures of every single one. And so I'm going to kind of go through a list. I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to show you guys the one I'm actually giving away. So this is the one I'm going to be giving away this week. I was supposed to come up with who's going to be winning, the participants and everything. But I'm going to do it sometime this week. This is my first giveaway for this. Cello bricks are going to be significant. But I'm definitely going to be giving it away with all the participants. The giveaway is closed, but we're going to be doing more giveaways on our group, NFT Zoo. So definitely check us out on Telegram, NFT Zoo. That is our group, and we do giveaways and we talk about NFTs. So definitely keep up with us because we are very avid NFT people. So we're constantly giving away them, not cello bricks, but other things. And then I'll show you guys one more cello brick that has, let's do this one. So this cello brick has a unique network t-shirt. So it's pretty cool. And then he has different traits. Let's go over here like this. Oh, let's go back. Yeah, so he has eyes up, black right earring, vampire, and unique blue logo. So that's very specific to him. So, and then I'm going to show you guys Substrate Punks. So you guys haven't seen Substrate Punks. That's also the project from Unique Network. Let's see. Substrate Punks. Oh, this is a meme I created. So I'll show you guys a meme I created. Someone actually ended up creating, I think they made an NFT out of this, but I was the originator for this. I was really big into, everyone does this meme, but I just happened to do a meme for Substrate Punks, for CryptoPunk holders. So, I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, here is Substrate Punks. So this is essentially what they look like. A collectible pixel. So yeah, that was very interesting to get involved. I do have custom spunk bits, which are kind of an adaptation to CryptoPunks, paying an homage towards them. So you end up getting a custom one. So thank you for that. And then I also have the first spunk bit right here. So that's the first one made. I purchased it, and then I am reselling it essentially, but I'm probably just gonna keep it in the long run. So here's my group of spunk bits I have. I got a special one that's Dragon Ball Z and Mega Man, and then I have the blonde lady. So and then just kind of give a little bit of background for CryptoPunks, or not CryptoPunks, but Substrate Punks, my bad. This kind of shows what rarities there are, if there's so many. Obviously blonde is the best when it comes to traits, and then when it comes to what was it, I think it's like how many of them. Let me go through this real quick. It's been a while. We used to buy and sell them quite a bit. The marketplace has been shut down because they're going to be opening the new marketplace. So where is all this? I used to look at it like almost every day because I was like, hey, I got to trade, and I got to pick up the right Substrate Punks. I think people have been substituting their name as S Punks. So that's another thing too. Okay, here it is. So just expand that. So yeah, one trait, there's only 21 of them. Two traits, there's 228. So between these two, if you got a blonde trait, and two traits, or blonde trait, just one trait, it would be pretty rare. Pretty rare. And then at the time, blondes were selling for 25 KSM, which at the time was about $400. So it was quite a bit of money for just one. It was, about $10,000. So yeah, it's been a very long road for Substrate Punks, and I would hope to see everything come back together with the marketplace. But going back to Canaria, this is going to be the standard. I'll play this video real quick.
NFTs used to be gimmicks with no real
Okay, let me up the video audio.
Remark, a multi-chain platform connect.
Let me. All right, let me reload this page. It wouldn't let me reset it. There you go.
NFTs used to be gimmicks with no real use. But we've created Remark, a multi-chain platform connected to dozens of blockchains through the Kusama network. Remark allows NFTs to own other NFTs, react to emoticons, display different resources depending on conditions, and have multiple resources at once. Remark NFTs evolve with the protocol they're built on. So in the long run, they only become even more unique and valuable. Join the new generation of NFTs today.
Yeah, Canario is amazing. So I'm gonna show you guys. Let's go to eggs. So there's like no eggs on the market. So you go secondhand market and then go ascending. The cheapest egg right now is 4.9 KSM. So essentially $1,000. So the insignificant aspect to this right now is that because they held their token, so there was a fair drop. You were compensated for owning this egg. I don't want to say compensated, but essentially you own the egg, and they had to make a snapshot on July 1st. I believe, yeah, July 1st. And they give you 431 tokens per a limited edition egg. Well, there's different rarity aspects to it, which there's a rare, there's a rare, and then there's a founder and a super founder, and for each egg you own, you get a certain amount, and this caps out around 43,000, 46,000. So if you have like so many eggs, it equates to over 46,000 tokens. You won't receive more for owning more eggs. So that's kind of the cap. But the incentive is that these tokens are used for the platform. So say you need to do a transaction for the egg, it requires you the RMRK tokens. Say you need to fractionalize your egg, which then you can, there's a whole nother aspect to it, but you can turn your egg into fungible tokens. You have to lock in your RMRK tokens as a safety deposit, essentially a deposit for security reasons. And then so the RMRK tokens will have a use case, but that time has already passed. So anyone that has an egg after that, they can just sell the egg, and that account will receive the tokens. So in that case, people were selling immediately for like 0.8 KSM. So you actually could have got a good egg for cheaper, but that was short-lived. Of course, people realized the value of Canary eggs, and there's only 6 of them on the market. So they got bought up really quick. So the significance aspect is that you're going to have this Canary egg, which the Canary egg has a nested NFT ability that allows you to put other NFTs in it, which brings other more use case and value to the NFT. So we're in this hatching period. So these are obviously not in the hatching mode. You can see the smoking. This was an egg that was saved in what's called the Ho-Oh process, where they burn a bunch of eggs, and when it has yellow, that means it's going to be selected to be burnt, but somebody saved the egg before the burning process, so that egg gets specific bonuses. Being so with the specific bonus, whoever owns the egg once it's hatched will receive these bonuses. So as you go further and don't hatch the egg, you lose some of these bonuses, as in sockets. If you ever played the game Diablo, there's sockets for your weapons or armor, and then you can add a socket to it. So in this case, every week that takes longer, there's going to be like a loss of that socket. So sooner you buy them, the faster you hatch, the more abilities you have. Of course, they can extend this idea of more abilities towards the end, but the time they extend for hatching period is at the end of the month. So if you're going to get an egg, definitely get it soon. So the eggs will have a significance and value. The insignificant part, I would say, is that Suggestively, since you don't receive the tokens on top of owning it, you might want to wait till the eggs are available, or the birds are available, because then that will kind of determine rarity aspects and people that are willing just to sell it, people that wanted to sell but they already clicked hatch, so stuff like that. So we'll stay tuned on this, but this project is the first one. This is the first project to get funding. After this, they'll just create more, abilities of the project RMRK 2.0, which has a lot to it. So definitely keep an eye on Canaria. This is an amazing project. I super believe in it. Bruno is a very great developer. He's been a part of Polkadot for a long time. So, it's definitely anything he touches. Like I told him, he has like the golden touch. He does fantastic. He is the NFT guru. I want to say he's the NFT guru for sure. Like he's a great developer. So anyways, you can always follow Bruno. Here, I'll pull him up here. Bruno. So that's at Bitfalls. He's the creator of RMRK. So he's definitely check him out, see what he's doing. So does it say playing? Why am I not playing? It says playing Evolution Land. I'm not playing Evolution Land. Oh my god. Whatever. So anyways, be sure to follow me at I'm Crypto Hustler. Check me out on Twitter. This is not me playing any games. I don't know why. I guess I didn't change the last part on. Oh yeah, I didn't change it. Oh, I didn't change it on Facebook either. Oh man. Okay, let's end this stream on here. Oh, I have to recast. Okay. Well, I hope you guys noticed the video is not about games. It's mostly just about blockchain and stuff. And this is a long video, and I'm pretty much done here. But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. I do appreciate everyone that watches my videos. I'm going to be coming out with more and more content all the time. You're going to see this face and voice. And I do plan on going to NFT NYC. So definitely see me there. I have to be there. I'm with my people. I'm going to be talking about all sorts of stuff. And definitely maybe do a giveaway while I'm out there. I don't know. But anyways, check me out. I'm Crypto Hustler on Twitter. This is your guide to cryptocurrency. Crypto Hustler 101, your guide to cryptocurrency. You guys have a great day, evening, and afternoon. Peace.